boy Hitman D coming at you live with another video, man. And I want to come up here and call out Bayley not being utilized properly. But shout out to Mr. Good Bread. He's the reason why I'm doing this video. But I'ma wait for somebody to hop on here, man, and I'll go ahead and start. We got one person up here. If you subscribe to my channel, comment so I know who you are. Somebody hopped on and popped out. All right, get somebody up here. First person hop on, I'll start. I'm gonna be up here talking to myself. Get a couple of people up in here. I'll go ahead and start. We got two people up in the building. Comment below so I know who you are. All right. Comment below so I know who you are. I need to know who people are. Tend to have trolls and weirdos up in here. So comment below so I know who everyone is. If you're a part of my channel, go ahead and hit the like button. What's up? You subscribe to my channel? Are you a member of my channel? I need to know. If so, hit the like button. I think you are. Seem like I remember you. All right, okay, I'll go ahead and start, bro. Hit the like button for me. Yeah, I want to talk about Bayley not being utilized properly. All right, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the video then. Appreciate it, my guy. Well, Bayley was on the podcast recently, but I'm doing this video, but I want to give a shout out to Mr. Goodbread. Y'all subscribe to his channel. He do great content. He's the reason why I'm doing this video myself, because he did a video about Bayley not being utilized properly, and he had a video of Bayley on the podcast talking about how she's not being utilized properly and how she's feeling away about not being a part of WrestleMania 42 and sitting at the table with all the other female wrestlers like Charlotte Flair and all them. So she's absolutely right about everything she said. So I just thought I'd come up here and do a live stream and give my takes about it. You know what I'm saying? So because Bayley is one of my favorite female wrestlers. Bayley is the only one who I like in Four Horsewomen. Very talented. She worked very well in the ring. Very smooth in the ring. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right in the topic. Well, Bayley was on the podcast and she talked about how she hasn't been utilized properly, you know what I'm saying, since she's been there. And she also stated that she never been utilized like Becky Lynch, you know what I'm saying, Charlotte Flair, even down to Sasha Banks. Although her and Sasha Banks worked well as a tag team when they were in the Boston Hood connection, even as a heel tag team. Great chemistry. But she said she the only one that really hasn't been utilized like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and even down to Sasha Banks. I could agree to that. She said something to that narrative. So I 100% agree with Becky Lynch. So she also brought up the fact that they took her out of WrestleMania for Becky Lynch to take her spot just to win the women, just to become one half of the women's tag team champions with Live Valkyria. I remember that shit. That was very dirty. That was a dirty move on WWE part. That was a dirty move. They did her dirty. So Bayley has every right. She had every right to go on that podcast and express how she really felt about being utilized. Because one thing I can say about Bayley, Bayley is a great worker. She does her job. She wrestles very safe in the ring. She can wrestle. Bayley is very smooth in the ring. Bayley is very smooth in the ring. Great in-ring performer. And she does her job and she will put people over. Just like she put Soruka over not too long ago at Saturday night's main event. Although I wanted Bayley to win that match. Nothing against Soruka because I like Soruka too. But I like Bayley better. I wanted Bayley to win, but I won't tripping about Soruka winning the match. You know, the match turned out to be pretty decent. It turned out to be pretty decent. But Bayley's right. She definitely should be part of WrestleMania. Yeah, she should have been at that table with Charlotte Flair and all them. So she felt away. I feel her. So what somebody said that resonated with me, Bayley might leave WWE for AEW. I'm not gonna sit up here and say she won't. She might. She might. If Bayley leaves WWE for AEW, she's gonna draw. Unlike Mercedes Monet, she's gonna draw. She's gonna be a draw. So if she wants to leave WWE for AEW, hey, listen, it's completely understandable. It's completely understandable. I understand. But my thing is, would they book her properly over there? That's the question that lies in my mind. That's one thing I worry about. Would they book her properly over there? Hopefully she won't go downhill over there. But I can agree, Becky never been utilized like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and even Sasha Banks. But I'm not gonna say she hasn't been utilized like Sasha Banks, but she hasn't been utilized like Bayley and Charlotte Flair. I could agree to that to a certain standpoint. And she has every reason to feel the way she feels now. She hasn't been getting utilized properly. Didn't she have the split personality character at one point? They just let that go. They just completely dropped that. So my thing is, and I can even say to Stephanie Valkyrie, her title run ain't really been that good, if I'm being honest. Bayley, what I'm saying? They just the second time they did her dirty. I can agree to that. Literally took her out of book her to get taken out of WrestleMania so Becky Lynch can have her spot. They could have had Becky Lynch to return on Raw. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the chat. If you watch wrestling, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I mean, come on now. I was pissed off about that. They did Bayley dirty. They did Bayley dirty. They did her dirty at WrestleMania 41. She don't get her WrestleMania moment because they want to cater to Becky and give Becky Lynch her spot for a WrestleMania return. They could have done that shit on Raw. The fans would have popped. The fans would have popped regardless. There was no need to do Bayley like that. But they didn't just do it so Becky Lynch could have her WrestleMania moment. They also did it to put a title on Bayley with her in return. So they took a steaming diarrhea on Bayley. They took a steaming diarrhea on Bayley and had Becky Lynch to take her spot at WrestleMania 41. That was so fucked up. I was pissed off about that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, come on now. So if Bayley leaves WWE, man, hey, look, listen, it's understandable. Because Bayley is such a great worker. And you know this saying, the people that's great workers and do their job, they the ones who get done dirty. But you got the ones that don't want to work and don't want to put in 100%, you know what I'm saying, and the work and effort. And they get every damn thing they want. They get everything they want. But the ones like Bayley get done dirty. Doing her job. Putting people like Soruka over. Putting Soruka. Bayley made Soruka look like a damn star. Bayley made Soruka look just like a star. She made Soruka look like a star. Although I didn't although I didn't want Bayley to, I wanted Bayley to win, but she put Saruka over. So I'm cool with it. I'm not tripping. Cause I do like Saruka. Saruka ain't one of my favorites, but I do like her. She's a very underrated talent. Very underrated. So Bayley has been getting done dirty. They've been doing her dirty. So I agree. Bayley, if Bayley choose to go elsewhere, hey man, listen, listen. I understand. If she teams up with Mercedes Monet, I'm not tripping. They are friends. I may not be the biggest fan of Mercedes Monet no more, but I'm not gonna knock Bayley for teaming up with her if she go to AEW. But I can see them booking Bayley solid. Because Bayley's going to be a draw. I'm telling you, Bayley's going to be a draw if she part ways with WWE and go to AEW. Bayley's going to definitely help boost AEW ratings. Bayley's going to definitely help boost AEW ratings. Tony Storm is holding it together. And don't get me wrong, I like Tony Storm better than Bayley. Both of them are two of my favorites, but I do like Tony Storm better. But Bayley is going to definitely Bayley's going to be a draw in AEW. Bayley's going to be a draw. And she's going to help boost AEW ratings. Watch my word. I mean, mark my words. She will if she choose to go there. That's if she choose to go to AEW. What are you talking about? That's if Bayley go to AEW. So she's right, man. Bayley has not been utilized properly in WWE. She had every right to go on that podcast and speak her mind. Because first of all, not only she didn't I don't think she was a part of SummerSlam neither. She wasn't a part of SummerSlam. She missed SummerSlam and she missed WrestleMania. And you mean to tell me this year she, know what I'm saying, is not a part of WrestleMania 42 and wanted that table with Charlotte Flair and all them? She has every damn right to feel away. Cause they've been doing her dirty. Hey, appreciate the subscribe, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. She's been, I mean, what the hell? So if she leaves WWE, man, look, listen. I understand. She will have that right. It's just a shame how she's been utilized. Work very well. One of the best workers, right? One of the best workers in the women's division. But they do her dirty just for Becky Lynch to return at WrestleMania 41, and she wins the title at WrestleMania 41 with Lara Valkyria, rather than have Bayley to win it. Who was it? Okay, I'm not responding to that comment, whoever that is. So yeah, man. So Bayley might be leaving WWE. She might go ahead and part ways with WWE. You could tell she was going through a lot. You know what, Bailey, I'm talking about. You might be saying it because she may leave WWE, my guy. I'm not saying I want her to. She just might. But come on now, let's call it a spade for spade. She has not been utilized properly. I done named everything how she got done. Triple H took Becky Lynch to take her spot at WrestleMania 42 so Becky Lynch can get her pop at WrestleMania 41 and win the title right off rip. When it should have been Bayley that won. Bayley's the one who earned her opportunity right along with Lyra Valkyria, but she gets done dirty in the process. That's all I'm saying. So she might be hugging Tony Khan. Don't get me wrong, WWE, I mean AEW. I only tune in for AEW for women's wrestling. AEW drop ratings every week, but let me tell you something. If Bayley goes to AEW, she's gonna be a draw. I can tell you that right now. She's gonna be a draw. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. She's gonna be a draw. You don't have to take my word for it. That's cool. She's gonna help boost AEW's ratings. So Bayley got every reason to feel how she feel. Cause Triple H is showing all this favoritism to Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. So yeah, man, so Bayley got every right, man, to call out the fuckery. Like I said, they took away her split personality character, and she put over Live Valkyria at Saturday night's main event. She put over Roxanne Perez. Bayley don't mind doing her job, but yet does she the one who get mistreated? She get misutilized. That's why I think Bayley's going to leave soon. She's going to leave. Probably going to wait for her contract to expire. Then Bayley's going to part ways with WWE. Because the way she's been getting utilized, it's unacceptable. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm not saying AEW is better than WWE because it's not. So if you thinking that, man, get that out your head, buddy. I'm not saying AEW is better than WWE, but I'm just only telling the truth about how Bayley has been utilized in WWE. I'm not saying I want Bayley to join AEW, but at the end of the day, that might be where she may go. I'm just giving a scenario about it. I'm just giving a scenario because she's definitely unhappy in WWE the way she's been utilized, and she has every right to be. She has every right to be. Bayley is a star. She's the only one who she's my only favorite in the four horse women's stable. But look how she's been utilized ever since she's been on the main roster. Look how she's been utilized compared to Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. So she may join AEW, she may not. I don't know where she may go, but I know damn well she's not happy. She's not happy about being. I know that well she's not happy about not being. You know what I'm saying, utilized properly in WWE. I know that. So if she go to AEW, I'm not tripping about it. Might be exactly where she may go. Just like I want Anna Jay, because Anna Jay contract is set to expire in AEW. And I said I want her to come over to NXT. I want her to, you know what I'm saying? I want her to come on over to NXT. I want Anna Jay to come to I want Anna Jay to come to NXT where she will get elevated to her highest extent like never before. She, you know what I'm saying? She will get elevated to her highest extent like never before. What has Bailey done since she's been back? What has she done like that? Yeah, she been in a tag team match with Live Akira. Yeah, they work well together. But what else has she done besides that? Nothing. Nothing. Bailey has just went downhill. She's went downhill. They got rid of us his split personality character. They got rid of that. They got rid of her split personality character. So she may go elsewhere. She's not happy in WWE. She done made that clear. And got every right not to be happy. What has Bailey done like that besides teaming with Lyra Valkyria? Well, I think she won the women's IC title, I think. But still, she hasn't been doing anything like that. Regardless, that's why she's fuss. That's why she's, you know what I'm saying, frustrated. Exactly why she's exactly why she's frustrated. Bailey's too much of a good talent. Bailey is too much of a good talent. You know what I'm saying, to be utilized. They just threw her completely downhill. That's why she went on that podcast and called WWE out on their fuckery. On how they been, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, utilizing her. I mean, come on, man. They completely dropped the ball with Bayley. Bayley could go try Bailey could go try being a manager in LFG. I heard Kevin Owens and Natty are going to be in season three. Hmm. I rather her wrestle. But if she be a manager, that's on her. Like I said, can't tell these wrestlers what to do. If she choose to, you know what I'm saying? If that's what she choose to do, okay. So yeah, man, Bailey hasn't done anything like that. Ones like her that work hard and put in the work gets done dirty. Putting over talent. Putting young talent over. She's like Natalia. Bailey do her job. Bailey's just like Natalia. She does her job. She don't mind putting young talent over. But like I said, the ones like her get done dirty. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. So I don't know what to say at this point. Things may get better for Bailey. I hope it does. But I decided to come up here and defend her, man. Well, call out the obvious. LF stands for Legends Future Greats. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man. So they dropped the ball with Bailey, and Bailey is frustrated. I don't blame her. Because she definitely should be a part of WrestleMania 42. Like I said, not only they booked her to step aside for Becky Lynch to take her spot at WrestleMania 41, so Becky Lynch can get her shine and also capture one half of the Women's Tag Team Championship gold with with Live Valkyria. You know what I'm saying? Not only they, you know what I'm saying, had Bailey to step aside, so you know what I'm saying, Becky Lynch can take her spot at WrestleMania 42, and she win and she be and she wins one half of the Women's Tag Team Championship with Live Valkyria. That was so fucked up. I was pissed off about that. They did Bailey dirty. They they did Bailey dirty. They did Bailey so dirty. That's why she's frustrated. That's why she went on that podcast and called them out. All the work she put in, she don't get what she deserves and be a part of WrestleMania 42. They can't make up for how they did her at WrestleMania 41, including SummerSlam. Well, she forced her way into SummerSlam, but she still wasn't a part of it wrestling. Bayley has been frustrated for a long time. She got every right to you know what I'm saying, let the cat out the damn bag. She got every right to let the cat out the damn bag. You know? So I don't know where Bayley's gonna go from here at this point. I don't know where she's gonna go from here at this point. We just have to see, right? So they some changes could be made, and Bayley might be a part of WrestleMania 40. Well, then nah, no, she's not. Nah, nah, because she won on that post. She won on that. She won on that video at the table with Charlotte Flair and all them. So yeah, man, Bayley got every right. Bayley got every right to, you know what I'm saying. Bayley got every right to be upset. She has the right to be upset because it's fucked up how they been doing her. It's fucked up how they been doing her. Matt Kenzie, what's up, Matt Kenzie? If you're new here, man, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Cody Rhodes needs to turn heel, and the final boss needs to come. Bro, The Rock already tried to book that. The Rock already tried to book Cody to turn heel, and he be by his side as his, you know what I'm saying, mentor, and Cody be the heel corporate champion. But Cody declined. Cody didn't want to do it. Cody didn't want to go with The Rock's idea. And that was the perfect idea right there. And Triple H also agreed with Cody and didn't want Cody to turn heel. See, that's why The Rock walked out and wasn't a part of WrestleMania 41. Cause that was a solid idea that The Rock came up with, and Cody being The Rock heel corporate champion and the Rock by his side as his mentor, that would have opened up the doors for better storytellings as Cody as a heel champion. It would have opened up the door. It would have opened up the floodgate for better storytellings. It would have opened up the door for better storytellings, but Cody Rhodes let it down. He turned it down. So so The Rock said, "Fuck it." He's not going to be a part of it, and I can't blame him. So they had to go with John Cena turning heel, and it didn't work at all. John Cena didn't even look like he wore the same damn thing he wore as a babyface. If you're gonna book him to dress like that, at least book him with a black shirt with white writing up there, and some black shorts and black shoes, black socks, and a black hat. And he wear the title, or just come out have him just change his whole persona. He wear a black dress suit. He wears a dress suit. Or like I said, if you want to keep him with the shorts on and the hat, at least have his shirt black with white writing up there and some black shorts, black shoes, black socks. Well, you keep his socks white, and he wears a black hat, kind of similar to Hollywood Hogan. That's how he could have looked as a heel. So I don't know what they was thinking about. Another dumb idea. That's why Cody should have been the heel corporate champion instead, alongside The Rock. The Rock as his mentor. That would have cooked. See, this is why The Rock walked out and didn't want to be a part of it. Because Cody turned down a perfect booking. Imagine what we could have got with Cody as a heel corporate champion and The Rock is his mentor in his ear. That would have cooked, man. We could have had something. And don't get me wrong, Cody Rhodes is one of my favorite wrestlers. Cody Rhodes is one of my favorite wrestlers, but I don't have a dislike for him. But far as this title run go, like I said this a whole year ago. I said if Cody finished the story at WrestleMania 40, fans are going to be over it before the month is out. And look where we are right now today. Look exactly where we are right now today. And The Rock came up with a perfect idea for Cody to know what I'm saying, switch things around. And Cody turned down a solid idea, including Triple H. And that's why The Rock walked the hell out. That's why the Rock walked out. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Wrestling is mediocre now. Wrestling is mediocre. We could have had something with Cody Rhodes as the heel corporate champion with The Rock by his side. Exactly, Mackenzie. No main storyline. Hey, if you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Telling you, man. So yeah, man. It's why we're in the predicament we're in right now with wrestling. This is why Bayley's frustrated. Exactly, Mackenzie. Exactly. Exactly, Mackenzie. 1998. We do. Wrestling is mediocreish, man. Wrestling is mediocre now. Everybody already wishing Maxine Dupree on her downfall as being the women's IC champion. And I hope they don't fuck that up. Because I'm a huge fan of Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree is one of my favorite female wrestlers. She grew on me alongside the way. She grew on me alongside the way. Yeah, Maxine Dupree is one of my favorite female wrestlers. Jade Cargill is a terrible women's champion. And everybody thought her title run was gonna be so good. I knew it was gonna be trash, but I just didn't say nothing. I knew it was gonna be trash. That's why I never said much. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be trash. That's why I never said much. So man, so WrestleMania 41 was a bust. It was a bust. A lot of wrestling fans was pissed off about Bianca Street getting broken at WrestleMania 41, but I understand. Although I wanted Io Scott to win because I'm not the biggest fan of Bianca Belair. Well, I know a lot of Bianca Belair fans were beyond pissed that Bianca Belair Street got broken at WrestleMania 41, and I completely understand. Although I wanted Io Sky to retain the Women's World Title because Io Sky is one of my favorites. I'm not the biggest fan of Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. So they dragged Kairi Sane to the storyline to dethrone Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Title. So I was like, okay, since she won this title, she do not need to drop that damn title at WrestleMania 41. But since they put her in it, and it made completely no sense. Yeah, I agree, but yeah, Stephanie Tyler run ain't been so good either. And Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorite female wrestlers. Her 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 title run ain't been so good either. I gotta be completely honest about that. She need to work on her promos a little more and need a good storyline with a top female wrestler. Exactly. Yes, that's the best way to go with Stephanie Valkyrie. Put her in a better storyline and have her to work on her promos a little more. So this is me just telling the truth about Stephanie Valkyrie. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorite female wrestlers. But they do need to book her better as the women's world champion. So I will be completely honest about that. But yeah man, so yeah man. So The Rock tried to make wrestling great again. The Rock tried to make wrestling great. The Rock had another great idea that the damn fans turned down. We should have got The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. That's been a dream match that been a dream match long ago in the making since 2015. That's been a dream match longer that's been a dream match long ago in the making since 2015. They fucked that up. That's why Bailey's so frustrated. I don't blame her. She's tired of the fuckery. Rhea Ripley needs to turn heel on Io Sky. They make them look cheesy and forced. They look like a lesbian couple. That if you they look like a lesbian couple. If you ask me, they look like a lesbian duo. Yeah, they look like a lesbian duo. And at one point, I thought they was leading toward. At one point, I thought they was leading towards a lesbian storyline with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley because they show it like girlfriends. Io Sky be jumping up on her, hugging her. I be like, damn. Yeah. Yeah, it is cheesy. I agree. It's cheesy for sure. What's up, Devon Daly? Yeah, so yeah, man. This wrestling community, this wrestling community need voices like mine because I come up with some great ideas. If it was up to me, Natalia right now would be a Grand Slam champion. If it was up to me, Alexa Bliss would have been beat Charlotte Flair, and it'd be on her resume that she's beaten all four horsewomen, and she will also be an official Grand Slam champion. Liv Morgan would be an official Grand Slam champion. And Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Talia are my top three favorite female wrestlers. All three of them would have been official Grand Slam champions. All three of them would have been Grand Slam champions for sure. All three of them would have been Grand Slam champions. What happened to them from Black and Gold NXT? They was different and wanted to be best in the division. I don't know, man. They stay fucking up calls. Albie Bayley versus Raquel Rodriguez on this tape Raw tonight. It'll be Bayley versus Raquel on tape tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Raquel is gonna go over because I think they said to have Raquel to win the strap. Like I said, and if that happens, I'm not tripping about it. But I do know one thing. I do know one thing. Liv Morgan is going to turn on Raquel if she wins that strap, or if Liv Morgan lets her win it. I don't think Liv Morgan is going to let her win that strap. And another topic I'm gonna talk about later on, Nikki Bella might be the one to pull it off and become women's world champion. She might do it. She could be the wild card. She might do it. And if she wins it, I'm not the biggest fan of Nikki Bella, but I'll say I don't have a dislike for Nikki Bella. So if she wins it, cool. It'll be understandable. And then Nikki Bella can go on her podcast and, brag about winning the title and how she's the face of the women's division and they need to put some respect on her name and acknowledge her as, saying, the legend, and acknowledge her and say, she's the reason why, saying, the women's division, saying, is, saying, she's the reason why the women's division, saying, is the way it is. Saying? She could say that, she's an inspiration to the women's division and she's opened up the doors for all these female wrestlers today. Saying? And she can brag about being the women's world champion on her podcast. It will play up into the story if Nikki Bella wins the women's world title. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea because she can play that up into the story and going on her podcast talking about how, the women's division today's women's division needs to put some respect on her name, and saying, she's opened up a doors for the female wrestlers in today's era. I didn't say I wanted her to win anything. I said it wouldn't be a bad idea. And I did say I'm not the biggest fan of Nikki Bella, but I don't have a dislike for her. Anyway, Nikki Bella got that pullback, but her winning the title is good for business. It can add some prestige to it. Exactly, Devon Daly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See somebody already with a goofy ass idea. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't communicate with a lot of wrestling fans. I didn't even say I wanted her to win the title. I said it wouldn't be a bad idea. Once again, I'm not the biggest fan of Nikki Bella, but I don't have a dislike for her. She okay. So if she wins the title, it wouldn't be a bad idea. It'll play up into the story. But anyway, so yeah, man. They need to book Stephanie Valkyrie title run better than what they're doing. It hasn't been so good lately. And I think we got and I think we got Stephanie Valkyrie versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Nikki Bella tonight on Raw, if I'm not mistaken. I think this match take place tonight. Or does it? If she do, cool. I ain't tripping about it, bro. I mean, Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorites. I would love for her to go into WrestleMania 42 as the women's world champion. But I just say they need to book her title run better than what they're doing. It ain't been so good lately. Well, it ain't been so good since she had it. And they definitely don't need to drop the ball at Maxine Dupri's title run because a lot of fans are already hating and want her title run to be terrible. They already gunning for Maxine Dupri's downfall. Who is King Rip? I don't know who that is. Hell no. Hell, no, man, no, no. You're in the wrong chat with that, man. You're in the wrong chat. I'm not into dudes, man. Ladies, man, right here for sure. You're in the wrong chat, bro. I mean, if that's who you are, if that's who you are, man, I got no problem with gay people or bisexual people, but I'm straight. Just saying. Not to spoil the SmackDown tea, but Jade's first title deserves a me chin and no DQ. Listen, man, listen. Like I said, I don't have a problem with gay people or bisexual people. If that's who you are, to each his own. Okay. I don't watch. I don't. I'm not into that. I said nothing bad. I said nothing bad about them. Now, if that's who you are, if you gay, you gay. To each his own. Then why would you ask me that question about a gay person? Then you're in the wrong chat, man. You're in the wrong chat. So why would you ask me that question? Do I know him? No. Why would you ask that question? That's an odd question, bro. Like I said, they ain't got a problem with gay people or bisexual people. If that's who you are, that's just who you are, man. I mean, this all you would ask me that question. So if you don't watch wrestling, you in the wrong chat, bro. I'm doing wrestle talk over here. Well, I'm not into that. I'm not into that stuff. So if you don't watch wrestling, man, you're in the wrong chat. Defense is against Michin. Sorry for the spilling. I been knew Jade Cargill was going to defend her title against Me Chin, but yeah, it does need to be in a no holds barred match to make the match, you know what I'm saying, better. Can I believe it? Nah, nah. They just need to book her title reign better than what they're doing. Bayley might go to AEW. She might. Yeah, her title run trash, but when I call out the obvious, man, people are always saying, give Jade a break. Relax, let it play out. I've been let it play out. And she hasn't done a damn thing. So I'm gonna be honest, just like they was being honest about Tiffany Stratton's title run. They didn't waste no time going in on her. But now when I do it to Jade Cargill, it's a problem. We gotta stop with the double standard stuff, bro. I think Shotzi gave Stephanie Bakir her first loss. Correct me if I'm wrong when I'm wrong. Yeah, it was Shotzi. But people already saying Stephanie Bakir is overrated and saying somebody even saying she's trash. She's definitely not trash. But her title run do need to be booked better than what it is. Also, Carlito and Karrion Cross should go to AEW. Hmm. If they do, they do. But Bayley has been talking about how she hasn't been utilized properly since being in WWE. Let me say since being, she hasn't been utilized properly now. And she's got every right, man, to feel the way she feel. Because it's definitely unacceptable. Took a WrestleMania moment away from her so Becky Lynch could hog her spot. You know what I'm saying? And she get her moment as the champion. I don't know who that is, man. You ask me weird questions. I'm not a wrestler. I'm just a wrestling fan. Hate to say it, but B Fab I hate to say it, but B Fab being a mouthpiece for Jade would work. It would. I'm not. Hey, I'm not again. I heard somebody else say that. I think it was you that said that to me before, Devon Daly. Bro, AAA fans are treating Rey Mysterio as a heel. Hmm. Rey Mysterio is more of a baby face. He's better off as a baby face than a heel. Yeah, yeah, but Be Fair would be a perfect mouthpiece for Jade Cargill. If Be Fair be a mouthpiece for Jade Cargill, that would cook things up a little bit. I don't know who he is, man. I don't know who he is. Nah, no. Jade Cargill cannot cut a promo. Lord, no. She's another Mercedes Bonet on that mic. To save a lemon stand. Yeah, Jade mic skills are not good. So if they could have B Fab to turn on me Chin to join forces with Jade and she be her mouthpiece, that will help Jade out a little bit. That will help Jade out a little bit. While B Fab is being her hype girl on the microphone, kind of like Brock Lesnar do Paul Heyman. She do all the talk. She do the talking on the mic, and Jade Russell. Nah, man, you asking me some off the wall questions. I don't. Nah, bro. Ray Krill deserves a mid card, or I say the world title fits Raquel, but I don't think it might be smart for her to win it right now. I don't think it'd be a smart thing. I don't think it'd be. I don't think it would work right now. I don't think it would. They might want to wait on that, man. But if she wins it, cool. You know what I'm saying? We'll just have to see how it plays out. Because like I said, Liv Morgan is set to turn on Raquel. And what I want to happen is if Raquel go ahead and win it and they book her properly as a women's world champion, Liv Morgan turns on her for the women's world title. And they have a strong heated feud going into WrestleMania 42. And Roxanne Perez gets involved because she wants to be women's world champion just like Liv Morgan and Kale. She wants to be women's world champion like Liv Morgan and She wants to be women's world champion like Liv Morgan and Raquel. And they have a you know what I'm saying they have a triple threat match going into WrestleMania 42. And it could go either way. And it could go either way. Yep. Yeah. It could go either way. But I would want Liv Morgan to win. But if Roxanne wins it, I'm all for it. And if Raquel retains, I'm cool with that. I ain't know what I'm saying, ain't tripping. And also her and B Fab can do little tag matches, but B Fab gonna do the carrying cause she's more skilled. Exactly. Exactly, Devon Daly. Yeah, they all need to split up. Yeah, I know that. I want Liv Morgan, Raquel, and Roxanne Perez to split up. That's why I said the triple threat match. Because all three of them wants the women's world title. If that Bayley's loyal, not a spoiler like Sasha. Sasha Monet belt collecting. Yeah. Of course, true. What y'all got to understand is Bayley and Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Monet, are friends. They're friends. I may not be the biggest fan of Sasha Banks, but Bayley and Sasha Banks are friends. And I respect that, so I know my place. So, like I said, I mean, Bayley's look how she's getting misutilized. Yeah, like Eminem, he's one of my favorite rappers. Anyway, Bayley, Bayley might just she might you know what I'm saying. She might part way with the good WWE and go to AEW. That's what that might be what she does. I don't rap, man. I don't rap. I don't rap. I don't rap. SmackDown needs to play catch up on a lot of shit. Yeah, and so does Raw. Both brands need to. I been made a video about Mercedes Moné being overrated a while back. Check it out on my live stream. I been made a video about that. I made that video like a whole year ago. Check it out if you ain't already seen it. I've been talked about her being overrated. Yeah, it's cool. Just look through all my live streams. Know what I'm saying? And you'll find it. Yeah, I've been winning about her. Know what I'm saying? Being overrated. Yeah, I've been winning about her being. Know what I'm saying? Overrated. Anyway, man, I'm about to go ahead and get on up out of here, man. So yeah, man, Bayley. I don't like how Bayley has been misutilized. It's completely, you know what I'm saying, unacceptable. So y'all might not want her to go to AEW, but that may be where Bayley goes. I don't want her to go there neither, but at the same time, I don't like the way she's been utilized, you know what I'm saying, in WWE. So she might just say fuck it and go to AEW. If she does listen, it's understandable. I feel like Kiana going to surpass Mercedes WWE run as a wrestler and character. She's the untapped package. Exactly, for sure. Yes, I like Kiana James. But Bayley, man, they need to utilize her properly. But she probably gonna leave WWE because she's been frustrated. So with that being said, man, be careful what you ask for. You might get it. SmackDown is gonna be 3 hours soon. Yeah, but like I said, man, so Bayley might be part ways with WWE because of the way she's been booked. So what she does, man, I'm here to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. So with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. It's your boy Hitman D, and I'm gonna sign out.